Hey guys, I'm Sarah, and as mentioned a couple of videos back, I did a video on preserving apples, and I mentioned that my birthday was coming up. My husband was talking about getting me this, and he did get me this. Hey, is it Agee? Not Agee, Agee, I think, preserving set. Now, I'd looked all over online. Price-wise, they were reasonably all comparable. They were around the $30 mark. I never thought to look in Farmlands. Apparently this is where he got it from. He got it from Farmlands, which is really handy because his parents have a Farmlands account, so he paid for it, put it through their account and got it a bit cheaper still. It does say sterilised before use, so I'll probably put these through a really hot dishwasher cycle or something like that. Alright, so we got funnel. Awesome. Now, this is, you can get like metal funnels. This one is a plastic funnel, but my mum's actually got a plastic funnel for preserving. She's assured me that it stands up perfectly well to all the boiling temperatures and stuff, so we got some jar lifty tongs. Now, I think you can actually use these two ways. You can either plunk lift the jar with that side. I think these are really meant to be the handles, and so you can lift the jars out of boiling water without doing the slightly complicated method that I used last time, using some normal tongs and some I think there'll be a lot less tea towels involved in my preserving using some of this stuff. What's this? Oh, it's a magnet. So it's yeah, there you go, it's a magnet. Basically it's for lifting lids. I've never been one to heat up my lids, but it's, there we go, maybe I'll give it a crack just for the sake of using it. So it's a magnet for lifting up hot lids, putting them on the jar, and I'm guessing you use one of these other devices for screwing the top on, which would be these. You lift the lid up, put it on the jar. You don't have to make a sound, I don't think. Use that, screw it on. So, or it could be for removing stubborn lids too, I guess. Yeah, jar wrench. Oh, for a sturdy grip to open or tighten lids. Yeah, so it's used for either. Safely remove lids and keep them sterilised. And canning tongs. Keeps sterilised items clean. So basically you don't put your grubby mitts all over everything. You can, you know, pick them up out of the boiling water, lift jars, whatever. Do what you gotta do. So there we go, that's them. I'm gonna have a quick play with these. I've got some more apples to can. So I'm gonna use the water bathing method like I did last time. And yeah, I'll see how we go. I'll report back. Alright, mission accomplished, general consensus. Scissory thingies for picking the jars up. Assuming I was using them correctly, they've got like little sort of grooves on the inside, which I think are meant to help grip the jars. While I could pick the jars up with these, transport them without burning myself or anything, so they worked all right. However, they didn't work nearly as well as these did. These bits here are really grippy. These were great for most size jars, apart from the really skinny ones. Like you get a really little sort of skinny jar, it does tend to go through these, but you could always use the slot down there for them. But yeah, so this thing here actually worked really well. The magnet, you'll have seen me lifting the lids with these. Normally I actually don't heat my lids up, so it's not a major, but this time I did, just for the sake of using my little magnet stick. However, at one point I did get one lid actually fall down to the bottom of the oven, and I used the magnet stick to get it in there and pull it out, so that was really cool. I could cope without this, because as I say, normally I don't heat my lids, but if you're someone who does heat your lids, yes, that was actually really handy for that. This funnel is a game changer. I could not be without this funnel ever again. This made it so much easier, so much less tea towel-y, so much less burny. Definitely get yourself one of these. Not part of the kits. I gather you can pick them up for sort of between $6 to $10 each, just like from Briscoe's or the Warehouse or wherever. So yeah, a funnel with a nice big thing on it. The only thing was, this part here was just a little bit big for fitting on one of my thinner jars, but you know, that's fine. Any thinner and some big bits of fruit might not fit through it, so you know, that's all good. This thing, again, this thing was awesome for getting things in and out of the water bath. Again, much less tea towels, much less fluffing, less trying to, you know, just in and out, boom, all the jar sizes. You've got to hold on to them quite securely, because you can easily just get the jar and shoomp, it'll slip up. So you do need to quite a bit of pressure, but yeah, as you saw, worked really well. The only things that I may not really utilize is these two things, but I may find a use for them. The jar holder, the funnel, and these things which Ashton has stolen off me. Absolutely awesome. Quick side note, I mentioned in my apple canning video that I was looking at getting a wire rack to put in the bottom of my my water bath for when I'm using the water bath method. Somebody left me a good tip. I think they left it on my last YouTube video, that if I'm using a tea towel, it should work fine as long as I put the towel in before I start boiling the water. I did that, so much easier, so much less fluffing with tea towels, so that worked fine. Put the tea towel down before the water. You don't need one of those rack things, but you know, if you want one, get one. Don't let me stop you. Hit like, leave me a comment down below, subscribe, and we'll catch you next week. Bye.